Hello, sorry for the late intro, but this is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, or iHeartRadio. Daily Dose of Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. So I have told you guys that I listened to Dan Patrick and Colin Cowherd, just to take notes, because those are two of the most successful shows on the air right now. Just take notes on what they do. That makes them, successful, really. So I was looking for something different, but I give my own opinions. Like, it's not like I base my opinions off what they say. So this week I wanted to give you guys kind of because I do mainly Colin Cowherd. I mean, I just do Dan Patrick when I can't get Colin Cowherd. He's my main guy. But this week I was thinking, why don't I give him something different? I listened to the Dan Patrick show yesterday, and he says, I'm going to be off these next couple of days. I'm like, really? So I already eliminated Colin Cowherd. So you know who I went to? I went to Mike Greenberg of ESPN. Yeah, I know. So the Indians are beating the Yankees right now. Yankees are probably going to be 6-12 after this. But you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen. We're going to... I don't know. Anyway, Harden is out with a hamstring injury. Now with James Harden, I don't want to be critical of him. I just don't think he deserves MVP for what he did in Houston the same exact year. But he's had a great year. I'm not denying that at all. I don't want to be critical of him, but I just don't think he's MVP. But it matters what you do in the postseason. In the NFL, too. Nothing matters in the regular season if you can't get it done in the postseason. That's my concern with Giannis. He's probably the best player in the regular season. He might win a third straight MVP. But he's never gotten past Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, I'm not critical of him for it. I'm concerned, but I'm not critical because did LeBron get to the... Actually, LeBron did get to the Eastern Conference Finals in 4 years, but it took Jordan and LeBron... how long did it take Jordan to get past the first round? Can I ask that? How long did it take Jordan to get past the first round? So, I mean, the postseason is what matters most. There's no doubt in that. But, I'm not that worried about Giannis. I mean, if he keeps losing like this, because he's in his 7th season, I think 8th season right now, if he can't get to at least Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals this year, I'm going to be a little concerned. So it matters what you do in the postseason most, and that's kind of what concerns me about Brooklyn, That's all I'm concerned about, because when you look at Kyrie's career without LeBron, he's injured. He's injured when he doesn't have LeBron. Or being referred to as locker room cancer. He had those 3 years with LeBron where it was like, hey, yeah, nothing wrong with him. He's just playing second fiddle to the best player in the world. So, Kyrie, he hasn't really proven himself in the postseason without LeBron, but he does have KD, so we'll see what he does there. I'm interested in that. KD, he's always been great in the postseason. Never really much doubts there. Harden has slacked off a bit, and I think that's just because he's not sustained in the regular season. Normally. He kind of craps out. Because he wastes all his energy trying to get MVP when he should really be going for Finals MVP. That's really what happens. So, I'm excited to see what they can do. And like I said, my concern with the Nets, 7 games together so far with that big 3. We can't fool ourselves here like we do with the Clippers. I didn't fool myself with the Clippers. I almost said, though. I admitted this. I almost said. I did say Lakers in 7 without much confidence. And that I didn't even realize that they only played 13 games together. You know, I didn't even realize that. But they've only played 13 games together. No, 7 actually. I don't think we should fall for something we fell for last year. It could be the real deal. It really could. I don't know. I'm just a little. That's a concern I have, that they don't play together much. You can't fix that in the playoffs like this. It's crap. It's not. It's just not fixable. So I mean, they got to get that going soon because there's only like 10 games left. So NFL draft is coming up, and I wish I would be here. I wish I was here on the what is it, the 30th? On the 30th, I'm gonna be. I'm just gonna take a. I'm gonna take a off day there. But I'm gonna be here in the day of the first round, so I can't wait for that. And I'll be back here by the following Monday. I believe that's May 3rd. Okay. So I'll be here to react to everything that happened in the draft. I don't know. What some of these teams are going to do. I don't know if the Niners are going to take Jones, Fields, or even Trey Lance. I don't know. I don't know what is it? Broncos. If the Broncos and Falcons, are they going to trade? Or are the Falcons going to trade or anything? Even the Pats. Are the Pats going to move up to get a possible quarterback? Now, I don't think Belichick takes a quarterback. I think he drafts like a receiver or a weapon. Unless like Fields or Lance falls to him. I don't think if he has Matt Jones falling in his lap, I think he's just gonna move out of the way and let him fall on the ground to like the second round. But if Lance or Fields falls in the lap, I think he's going for it. I think they're like too talented to pass up on or something, So, I don't know. I'm actually going to do a mock draft today. Just my top 10. If I were a GM, too. So, if I were in charge of a team. I kind of switched it up from the last time I did it, if I were a GM. So, I don't know. A lot of questions, and I don't know. I really feel like the Falcons should be trading right now. I don't know. I'm sure they're trying to, but I don't know why it's trying to figure out what they could possibly be doing wrong here. I don't know what it is. So, I mentioned earlier that I watched the Dan Patrick Show. I found out yesterday that they are nominated for an Emmy for the 4th straight year, which is awesome. 4th straight year of an Emmy nomination for them, And I mean, they've lost 3 straight years, and they were making jokes about it, but, to be the best, you gotta beat the best. And MLB Tonight is one of the best. They've won many Emmys in the past. Inside the NBA has won a couple Emmys, PTI, pardon the interruption. That's, pardon the interruption. I think they can win the Emmy, too. I'd go MLB Tonight or, pardon the interruption. I don't know if, the DP show is, I don't know if they're gonna win it, but I would love to say, I'm gonna watch Dan Patrick's show, what is it? Because the Emmy... The Emmy is June 8th. It's announced June 8th. Okay, so that on Wednesday, June 9th, that's when I'm gonna watch his show. Just to see what he says. And you know what? He'll talk about sports too, so I'll get some intel there. But congrats to them. It's an honor being nominated, honestly. So, we'll see what happens. I'm going for MLB Tonight or PTI. So, Zion. So actually what I'm doing here is I'm kind of dividing it into two. Like, right now I'm doing what Dan Patrick did, kind of. Like, because I wrote down notes yesterday, but I didn't have enough time to do a podcast, so, I took notes on Dan Patrick, and then today I did the other half, doing notes on Greenberg. So, Greenberg is successful too. He just seems smart. It's like, that's the only reason I went to him. I don't really listen to many ESPN guys, really. Greenberg's the only guy I've listened to on ESPN. I've heard, what's his name is good, too. Or was good, Le Batard, before he cut ties with them. But, I don't listen to... I think if I listen to Dan Patrick and Colin Cowherd, I'll be set up for success here. So, Zion made a new shoe yesterday. There's a Z on the side. I've bought shoes. I think I have shoes right now. Those shoes I'm wearing right now are $100. $120 for Zion's first shoe sounds like a good price though. He's having a historic season right now. I think he's really developing into a real star now. He's got his new shoe brand. He had the most expensive shoe deal that he got from Jordan, I believe, or is it Nike? I think it was Jordan. But he now has he's having a historic season too. The problem is every NBA player seems like they're having a big night. Like I said, 51 people shooting 40% from three. That's double last year. It's just players are not playing as much defense this year as they have in years past. New Orleans isn't playing any defense either. Even the Lakers, the best defense in the league, statistically, the Lakers, they're not even doing that well. Defensive. Well, they're doing well, but there's very few that are actually doing well. So it's just a bad year for defense. And again, I think what Steph Curry did a couple nights ago was amazing. 49 points is always a big deal, but his hot streak. I think anyone in the NBA can have a hot streak right now with the horrific defense playing right now. Alright. So the NFL draft's coming up. I want to talk more about that. O linemen really should not be underestimated because protecting the quarterback is number one. Because, sure, you can get a guy like Kyle Pitts or, what's his face? Kyle Pitts or Jamar Chase. Like, you can team Jamar Chase up with Joe Burrow again, and it won't matter because he has no one protecting him. Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Take that for example, please. Please take Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl for example. The guy had Kelsey. He had Tyreek Hill. He had, Kelsey and Tyreek Hill are... the thing is, I don't want to point out, like, an average star that could help. That is, like, a role player. I feel like people will kind of insult me for that. Like, you're acting like they're gonna... Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. So,